he's not here. Okay, I had to take this opportunity. I just like something came to me, and I need to pass it on. There's a message for somebody out there somewhere. The message, I know that there's 3 parts to it. This is just one of them. And it says, the enemies from the shadow cannot be harmed with blade or club. Only your priests and mages can harm them. They seek the orb of the unknown sun. The orb has immense power that they cannot be allowed to have. The invaders must be repelled at all costs. Okay, I don't know who this is for. But I just know that it has to make its way across the multiverse to some other places. But wait a minute. How can I? Oh, yeah, that's right. I can send it to the dragons. Okay, give me a minute. Let me translate this real quick. Okay, I think I've got it. Here's the message. I know a lot of you can't read that, but let me go over it with you. Here.
Kickoff agu edruga ich. Kickoff Epigened Epigened gang. Ichembe ikefu pe insrafu. Gichagingaji eng. Edrugend if. Kisangfa apa if agu pengtube if. Gikachadabe. Katak pengtuba ichi engad ifube agu. Edruge ba drugingaji gik. Shita if. Gaanda dis. Druginagungaji ik.
So that's the message. There were a few odd things like club. I mean, kukeg. You can mean a hammer or a club. Dragons don't really use clubs. Wizards use that term more than dragons, and P-egg too. The other thing is like there's these passive sentences, okay, that they cannot be allowed to have. Okay, well, Ndakika doesn't have passive, so I just kind of assumed that you're instructing people to stop them. So I just said, okay, do not allow them to have it, right? But yeah, okay, that's. The other guy could be coming at any moment, so I gotta go. Yeah. Oh, well, time to be invisible for a while, I guess. Okay, see ya. Now, where are those glasses? Oh, well.
Oh, come on, man. Now I gotta go find my spares.
Welcome to the YouTube Conlang Relay for 2026. As you will have gathered by now, there are 3 rings this year. First, we had the normal relay, which is just like any other Conlang relay. You just do the text, you present it in some kind of transcription system, usually just in romanization. We had some modifications because we have sign languages involved. But yeah, just like last year or the year before that. This ring is the script ring, which means that in addition to deciphering the language, we also need to decipher the script. Everyone is to present their Conlang text in an original writing system. And so, the first text is in the Epigened, the native writing system of Ndakaga, the voice of the dragons. Hopefully by the time you see this, there will have been a video that describes the Epigened in detail. But just suffices to say, there's just a few interesting points. It is just an alphabet. It is written on the edge of a rock, just like Ogham, with consonants on one side, vowels on the other, except if you recall from the feature of Ndakaga, there are two classes of vowels, hard and soft vowels, which participate in vowel harmony. Since a word will either have all hard vowels or all soft vowels, with one exception, the way to mark the hard vowels is just to draw a stroke, the shahiri, through the entire word, through all of the vowels of a word. So, just a little bit of interest. The main challenge I would expect people to have with the Epigened itself would be dividing words and sentences, since it doesn't use any white space and there is no punctuation. The shahiri can be a clue as to word boundaries, but it's not 100% reliable because in some cases it will run across multiple words. But again, I'll cover that in more detail in another video. Of course, the torches will include information about the scripts as well as information about the languages. Now, if you have not seen the previous ring, you may want to go back and start at the beginning of that, because the three translation texts are connected. However, you could just enjoy all of this ring and then go back to the other one later. It's your choice. In any case, a link to the playlist for this ring, as well as the playlist for the entire relay, will be in the description, so you can go there and follow along with everything. After the script ring, next week we will have the hard mode ring with some especially challenging languages. Anyway, I hope you all enjoy. I'm going to quickly thank my patrons on Patreon for supporting this, and we're going to pass on to Agmashwa to see how he deals with Ndakaga written in the Epigened.